And it wasn't just the first loss. How it was done. WWF champion Yokozuna came out with interference with Mr. Fuji. Rest in peace, Mr. Fuji. We miss him. Fuji and again Yokozuna champion coming out with interference, and then me being on the floor, and actually he hit me with a chair, and that chair shot he hit me with was one of the hardest chair shots I have ever had. He nailed me with that chair shot. And don't think that I've always been one of the guys straightforward about our business. Our business is very physical, and people know that now. Fans know that, but back even in doing those days, guys were just tough, man. Guys were tough in our business, but he nailed me with a chair shot. So it took a chair shot from behind and Yokozuna, the WWF champion, along with Fuji, to cause everything for my first defeat. So it wasn't just a defeat in the middle of the ring by someone's finish. It was a defeat that was done behind my back with a chair shot that was brutal to start with the distraction from Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji. So again, would I ever had that first loss at that time if all those things would have not happened? Maybe we could still be going. I don't know. Would have been the longest winning streak in all of history. But the great thing about it, 2 years. Absolutely fabulous, and again, for you to have the first defeat, that's the reason why we remember it, because all the things that we did during those times was just so like the fans. It was remembered. It was done so well and so great as far as the storylines, and that's the reason people retain it, because it marked, it edged them. It's just like I have people, I can't tell you, I travel all over the world. And people come up to me all the time and go, you know what, man, I loved you, but, man, I hated you when you turned with Lex Luger. And you know what I look at them and do? And, I mean, they really are upset. I look at them and do them. I go, well, I'm sorry, but you know what? Guess what? It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yep.
It worked. Now you got fans begging, at times for certain kind of storylines like that to continue going with some of the things. But TV has changed and pay-per-view has changed so much that those storylines sometimes don't go like how they used to in our company. I mean, literally, my first 5 storylines all lasted a whole year with that one opponent, which is tremendous, But, again, it was a different business then. You had only 4 pay-per-views, if you remember.
Yep. Definitely different business. And it's funny with that heel turn because Luger was kind of floundering, but then it was like, oh, Luger's going to turn heel, and everyone thought that Lex was going to turn, and you turned heel, and the crowd went crazy. They absolutely hated you, and you joined the $1 Million Corporation with Ted DiBiase. Was that just, like you said, well written and well done, but is that just something that you wanted to do? Did you want to turn heel, or is it just good writing?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that the idea was about me turning heel. And the idea was that, hey, he was calling himself the All-American. I'm going, no, you're not the All-American. I am the first American. I'm the only American standing here. You're standing there talking about the All-American. I'm Native American. I am the first American. So that's one of the big issues that I had at that time with Lex, too, that turned things the way that it turned. And, of course, rubbing shoulders with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, come on, one of the greatest managers of all time. So, Again, some people thought that was, was that bad for your career? Was it good? It was good for my career because I went from, being on one side of the track and going to the other side of the track, and then instantly, people were booing you. You see people now, and they're begging for people to boo them, but people don't boo them at all. But I changed, and instantly they were booing me. So guess what? It was done right. It was done right, and that's some of the great things I cherish today, because the great storylines with WWE during that time, the World Wrestling Federation, was tremendous because everyone was larger-than-life characters, and the fans believed in the characters. And guess what? Many of the characters that were there, that was truly how they were. I'm truly Native American. I'm a proud Native American, So a lot of the guys who were characters back in the Steiners, guess what? They're true collegiate wrestlers. They're going to suplex you and throw you around. That's what they do. Legion of Doom. They look just like what they were. Big, tough guys that just going to come out and run all over you. So the guys during that time, not only were they the characters that they were, but you would look at them and go, yeah, they are who they are. Believable characters.